Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different from the last few videos I've been uploading. As you know, this is a books account and then I just started vlogging, which I'm still doing. I like vlogging, but I need to film a proper video. So that's what this is. I am going to be sharecasing 5 of the books. No, I'm not. This is 6. I am going to be showcasing 6 of the books I am really excited to read next. These aren't all necessarily on my June TBR. Some of them might spill over into July, but I just picked 6 books I'm really excited to read. This is in no particular order. This isn't like a list that crescendos into like my favorite book. It's just what I stacked in what order. And excuse me if I keep looking down. I have to look at my notes because I wrote down like recaps of the synopses so I didn't have to like spend 5 minutes reading through the book synopsis on camera. Get into it. Lock the Doors by Vincent Ralph. This has a very ugly sticker on it that I need to get off, so I will do that the second this camera cuts. Lock the Doors is about this man named Tom who just moved into a new house with his family. And a lot of really weird stuff's been going on. They keep finding like writings on the wall, and there's like locks on the outsides of their door and they can't get into them. They're just weirded out by it. The people they bought the house from, the previous owners, they just moved like slightly down the street, I guess, and they seem to have like a picture perfect suburban life. They have this daughter named Amy who just seems so perfect and well-mannered and sweet, but Tom is convinced she's off her rocker. Tom is convinced something is wrong with her, so he has made it his mission to see what's up with his family and what's going on with their new house. I'm really excited to read this book because I love mysteries. I love murder mysteries. I love thrillers, both in film and in literature. It's been a while since I've read one, but the last one I read was Final Girls, and before that it was Verity by Colleen Hoover. I'm really excited to read this. Google Books, it has like 5 stars, and then on Goodreads it has 4. I try not to really let that sway my opinion because something that someone's 1 might be your 5. So I'm really excited to read this. And I will let you guys know how it goes. Next up, we have Out of the Blue by Jason June. I got this book last year and I haven't had a good excuse to read it because I had other stuff on my TBR, and I'm usually a seasonal reader. So like I read a lot of romance in the spring, I read a lot of thrillers in the fall. I'm gonna read this. Like, this is getting read. If you know me, you know I love mermaids. This has been something about me ever since I was a little girl. The fact that I wasn't a mermaid would like be enough to make me cry. Like, I wanted to be a mermaid so bad and I kind of still do. But yeah, I was a Little Mermaid girl. I was a Mako Mermaids girl. I was constantly watching like Aquamarine. I loved mermaids, and I'm just so excited to read this book. So let me tell you what it's about. I keep on talking. Anyway, Out of the Blue is about this merman named Crest who has to do this like trial before he can become like an elder mer person. He has to go to land and he has to help a human with this quest before a moon cycle is up. And if he fails, he has to remain a human forever. And Crest does not like humans because he's like, they've polluted their planet, they've polluted our oceans. And I get it. Like, I wouldn't like humans either. If I was a mermaid, probably I'd be like, you guys suck, you keep throwing plastic into my home. He finds this human named Sean. Sean has just, I think, been dumped by his boyfriend. Crest agrees to like help him make his boyfriend jealous in like this fake dating trope. And of course, if you know anything about the fake dating trope, you know that always ends with real dating. So I'm really excited to read this. It is June, so it's Pride Month. It's also summer. So there's mermaids, meaning I have all the excuses to read this right now, and I will read it. And maybe I'm too excited, but I already know it's gonna be 5 stars. I love it. Look at the cover. Look at this man. He's fat. He's fat and shirtless, and it's gay, and I love it. And I love this. I love this book. I haven't even read it. Free Fall by Jessica Berry is about this mother-daughter duo named Maggie and Allison. Allison has been in this like private jet plane crash into the mountains, and Maggie and Allison are estranged. They haven't talked to each other in years. They just they never really got along. Like, it's been too long, and she's like finding out a bunch of weird stuff about her daughter's life. And so basically it's like duo plots. Like, Maggie's trying to figure out what happened to her daughter before it's too late, and Allison is trying to survive in the wilderness because she's been in a plane crash. And I love dual perspective, and I love a good survival story. So I'm really, really excited to read this. It's also kind of a thriller, not in like a murder sense, but just in like a, you know, you don't know what's going to happen since she's in the middle of the woods, you know. I love a murder mystery. I love a thriller mystery. I'm really, really excited to read this. I picked it up like last year, but like I said, I had so much stuff on my TBR, it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. But after like refreshing myself on the synopsis, I'm really, really excited to read it. Again, with the stickers, I'm gonna peel that off. Afterwards, these stickers, I hate them. I hate stickers. We should ban stickers from being on books. I don't know, we should sign a petition. I hate it so much. This is the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, whom we love. Holly Jackson wrote the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which I'm sure you've heard of. It's a very, very popular book series. A girl named Belle Price, whose mother Rachel went missing 16 years ago. Belle is currently 18. So when she was 2, she witnessed her mom going missing. She was the sole witness. But since she was 2 years old, she doesn't really remember what happened. A lot of people question her. She just can't give answers. But when she's 18, her family agrees to do a documentary. And she's kind of not into it. She like wants filming to wrap and just be over. She's ready to get back to her normal life. And then her mom, Rachel Price, just comes back. And everyone's like, what the heck? You were dead, we thought. Like, what happened? And she comes back with this grand story, and she tells everyone what happens, and it sounds so fantastical. And Belle thinks it is fantastical. She's like, there's no way that happened. And her mom just kind of doesn't seem right. So it's her basically trying to figure out the truth. Like, what really happened in those 16 years? How did you just show back up? What's going on, basically? And I'm really, really excited to read it. A very similar plot to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, so I'm extremely excited to read this. I also love the way Holly Jackson, like, streamlines the plot, I guess. Like, in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, it was Pip doing a school assignment where she was, like, writing an essay about what happened. And in this, it's like a documentary. I don't know. I really enjoy that. It also, it's not at all like it, but it reminded me of that episode from the new season of Black Mirror where that guy and his girlfriend were like doing a documentary about the murder of his dad and like what happened in his small town. And then you find out like what really happened, and it was super crazy. I'll put the episode title up there somewhere. I can't remember what it was called. It kind of loosely reminded me of that, really, just because it's a documentary that like ties into the person who's filming its life. Anyway, really excited to read this. It is definitely on my TBR for the upcoming months. This might be the book I'm excited about the most. You thought I got excited over Out of the Blue? I'm so excited for this. This is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. It is a racial retelling of the story of Carrie by Stephen King, Carrie Etta White. It follows this girl named Maddie who is biracial, but she's white passing. She has I believe a white mom and a black dad. I can't remember, I might have said that wrong. Everyone at her school finds out that she's black, she's mixed. I guess they didn't know that before. I believe she was hiding it from them. I don't know if that's the case or if they just didn't know. They find out that she is black, and this is a historically racist school. And they find that out, they begin to bully her, they harass her, they post this video of her that goes viral, and then I'm sure you know how the rest of the story of Carrie goes. They get this quarterback from the football team who's black. I only say that because it's significant to the plot from what I've heard. They get him to ask her to prom, and then I'm sure you know what happens. She goes there, the blood, the Carrie thing. I love the story of Carrie Etta White. I don't know why I keep saying her full name. If you know me, you know I love the story of Carrie. I have the Funko Pop of Carrie. It's one of the few Stephen King books I've read. I love both the mainstream adaptations and the smaller one that was like supposed to spin off into a series. I also love the stage play. You know I love musicals. I love the musical. If you haven't seen the musical, you should look up Destruction, performed by Keaton Whitaker. She killed that role. It was like, it literally gave me chills when she sang that song. It's amazing. It's breathtaking. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this. I love Carrie by Stephen King. I love Tiffany D. Jackson. And I'm very, very excited to read this book. I seen it at the thrift store after having it in my Amazon wish list for so long. The way I snatched it off the shelf, like, I was like, this is mine. And no one will take it from me. Like, I was willing to fight people to get this book. No one was there. No one else was gonna take it from me, but like, I'm just saying, if I had to, I would have. And the final book we are going to talk about today is Where the Sleeping Girls Lie by, I'm going to say this wrong and I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not even gonna attempt to say it because I'm gonna embarrass myself. But there's the author's name. I'm very, very sorry. I should have looked up like a pronunciation guide before filming, and that's my fault. But the person is the person who wrote Ace of Spades, which I know a lot of people have read. I haven't read it yet, but I know that's a very popular book. So if you liked Ace of Spades, you might want to pick up this. It's about this character named Sade who goes to this prestigious boarding school for her, I believe, 3rd year of high school. And on her first day, her roommate Elizabeth just disappears, and people like kind of start pointing the finger at her. Like, they're not full on blaming her, but people are kind of like, it's weird that happened the day you got here. And it's just really creeping her out. She feels really unsettled, and this group of mean girls called the Unholy Trinity kind of like take her under their wing. They like kind of bring her into their circle, and she like kind of finds herself trying to, like, I guess, keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. And she's dealing with that and a lot of mysteries going on in her personal life. And then a kid on campus is just dead. They find a dead kid on campus, and that just turns everything upside down, and it's a whole mystery. I'm really excited to read this. I picked this up from Walmart, I believe, 2 months ago. And I haven't had a chance to read it because, like I said, my TBR kind of just like a long list that gets added to and then like chopped up into individual months, and it's always being rearranged. It's a whole thing. But I am really, really excited to read this. It kind of a little bit sounds like a better version of Wilder Girls. Not really at all. I keep comparing stuff that isn't comparable, but I just didn't like Wilder Girls, so I will throw strays at it any chance I get. I want to do a video of books I hated. I don't like being negative, but I'm willing to talk about my hatred of Wilder Girls any chance I get to. But I'm really excited to read this. I love boarding school settings, just like an isolated area in general, where like none of the players or the characters can really leave, and you know, just kind of like an isolated mystery. I really, really love that, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah, also look at this cover. This is a beautiful cover. That is gorgeous. Like, this looks like a movie poster. That is our 6th and final book. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you and I have any of the same TBR books in common. Which of these do you plan on reading? Have you read any of them? Tell me how you felt about them. Don't spoil them for me. Just like vaguely tell me if you enjoyed them or what you didn't like. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to do all the things: like, comment, share, subscribe, follow. Visit my shop in the description below. I have bookmarks. I know you like to read. You pressed on this video. I have bookmarks and magnetic bookmarks, and I have journals if you're one of those people who like to journal after you read a book. I have tons of other things too. I have stickers. How can I relate that to books? Put it on your Kindle. Don't. You can just watch and I'll still be great. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.